On the second day of Flashmas, Matt found himself in the mood for games that would tickle his brain instead of his bloodlust. However, having played these games before, he would likely remain unsatisfied yet again.
Now, as fun as running around, shooting things, and blowing shit up is, sometimes I just want to sit back and relax, but in a way that still leaves me challenged in a certain way. A way in which my brain does the thinking, instead of my basic violent instincts. Which is where puzzle games start. Puzzle games come in! Puzzle games, and there are plenty of them, and a lot of them are relatively simple to the fact that I don't know how well I can stretch this video out to. I'm just gonna get started with Doodle God. In the beginning, there was only Doodle God. Doodle God created the 4 basic elements. From the earth, he created the planets. From the water, seas and oceans were created. From fire were created volcanoes and other stuff. From air, you know. It's air. But the world was still vast and deserted. Then Doodle God was struck with a bright idea. Smash them together and see what happens. Basically the concept of this game. We're given a whole bunch of elements and we need to just throw them together and see what sticks. So much to combine, so much to create. We're literally playing God, creating things. You can click on a group to expand and click on another group to expand. Combine elements, like so. So from fire and earth we have made lava. Yeah. And from there we just keep on going, right? So what's fire and air make? This is probably one of the very few games I'll be covering over these 12 days which is actually kind of relevant, because if I remember correctly, Doodle God is you can actually get it on the Switch. I know Doodle God had a few either sequels or spin-offs or other Doodle God-esque games in this little collection, this little franchise, if you will. And yeah, Doodle God is on the Switch. It's on the Switch. Gotta love that Switch. Really should get around to playing some Switch games. Sometime soon, maybe, kind of. If I can be bothered. Just made energy all over again. Yeah, this is the basic concept, so let's see how far we can take it. Before I get bored, anyway. Alright. When you immediately mix water with earth, swamp is not the first thing that would come to mind normally, but I'm not the one who made this game. If I was, I'm not sure actually. There we go, it's an egg. If you give life to a stone, you get an egg. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but that is apparently how it works. And look at all the things we're creating. All of the things. Can I make a fire lizard? AKA, oh, never mind. I wanted to make a dragon, but no, I just made ash. I burnt the lizard alive. Oh no. Oh, of course, how could I forget? Vodka. Because, of course. You know, that drink that everyone seems to like, but I'm not sure why, because its taste is anywhere between, methylated spirits and poison. And I'm pretty sure it's just straight up poison. So I might not like vodka. Lizard plus earth equals dog. Of course! It all makes sense now! Every single bit of it. What the fuck? I burn the dog? No? Okay. Look, I'm sure if something happens to the dog, John Wick will come bursting through that door. Honestly, be a pretty badass way to go. Enough said. A whale! But anyway, I guess we kind of get the point here, and pretty much the base game do got here. The aim is to get 115 elements in 14 different groups. So yeah, it's interesting. But let's move on. Moving on from one extremely simple puzzle game to another extremely simple puzzle game. It's Factory Balls. A game in which the goal is to make balls. Yeah. Well, obviously enough, on the box there you've got a ball with the kind of pattern that we want, and we need to make that ball. So for this one, we got a little thingy here. Looks like one of those fucking like little wire mesh hands, like head massager thingamajigs. Yeah. We're gonna use that to cover up the paint. There we go. Ah. Yes, indeed, the balls do burst. Ah. I see. So you gotta take that into account as well. If the ball is too big, it doesn't fit in the bucket now, does it? Green. There's orange. There's blue. Double D double die. Yeah. Ah, here's an interesting one. A little stripe of blue down near the bottom there. I think I know how to do it. Start with the green. Get some blue along the bottom there. Puff it up again. Hey. Makes you think a little bit, this game. Huh. Alright. Okay, this one black. Cover it up with goggles. Apparently all you need to do to make a nose for a ball is just straight up take a plunge into its face. Its non-existent face. Huh. I need to make red out of these colors. Ah, that was easy. It's got a nice little glow to it. So I'm guessing, and a bit of that. Hey! Yeah, it's the thing about trying to do puzzle games, is that there's a lot of them, and quite a number of them are very interesting and very, brain teasing and thought provoking, but they're ultimately incredibly simple, and you kind of get the gist within a few levels. That being said, let's move on to the next incredibly simple game that you'll get the gist of the next few levels. And that next simple game that you'll get the gist of pretty soon is Electric Box. You want to get electricity to reach its target in these electric boxes. You'll understand better once I actually get going. So we've got a main power supply and where we want it to end up. So we need to figure out how that is going to get over there. But it's not as simple as using wires to connect the whole lot. No, it can't be that simple. We gotta do about some very complex and unorthodox and convoluted, unnecessarily so, means to... Yeah. So we've powered up the source and nothing's happening. So obviously, tutorial. we need to figure out how to get power from here to here. Once again, without actually connecting the wires, because who the fuck would think of doing that? That's so fucking stupid. Now we gotta use whatever the fuck we have in here, which in this case is a light bulb and a solar panel. Observe. Just got the light, and there we go. Woo! Well, this one is a bit more complex. So we got a light and a solar panel once again, but we also have a water dispenser, which will start dripping water once power reaches it, and a water turbine, which we want that water to drip onto. Yeah. And there we go. Once again, relatively simple. Now, let's see if I can actually get further along to where things will actually be a little bit more interesting. I think that's how it'll work. Unless the fan affects the steam. I hope to God it doesn't. Generates power, that fan goes, gets the windmill. That goes. Of course. Well, it's only been moved over once, so that's an easy fix. Yeah. Aha, so now we have magnets and pre-placed stuff that we are unable to actually do anything about. Ah, okay. Are those there? So once the magnets get power, because we can't move the steam detector, but the magnets can. Yeah, easy as pie. Charge the lights. First we need to feed the lights some power, then we need to kill the power to generate light. Okay, so now we're getting into actually killing the power. Interesting. And like that. So steam will hit the generator, the detector, it'll power up the dispenser and start charging the light. Dispenser will get the turbine going, it'll get the magnet going, it'll pull the kettle out of the way and kill the power so that can do its thing. Now we're getting into some somewhat interesting combinations of assorted shit. Yeah, see? It works absolutely fine. Who the hell would ever want to just connect the wires? The concept of this game is stupid, but its puzzles are titillating. That should... We are just going to ignore that ever happened. There we go. Lasers. I think maybe just a couple more, then we'll move on. That is a lot of mirrors. I can't move them, but I can turn them. So the laser will travel. And then it'll move out of the way, so then the laser will go down to that one. I forgot to switch them. Yeah! Got it. I think that's it anyway. So the steam will hit that detector, charge the IPS and get the fan going. The fan will get that going over that way. And the IPS will keep it running. At least for a little bit. And we have done it. I think I'll do one more level, then I'll move on. Last one, I swear. I'm not getting addicted, I promise. A refrigerator can has the steam to generate water. The refrigerator will need both steam and electrical current to produce water from its main water tank. Interesting. Yeah, so steam will hit that, power along that line, charge the IPS, get the magnet going, so this will be dragged over that way. It will keep powering the refrigerator while this blows steam into that, so that will catch the water. I haven't played this game in a very, very long time, so I have forgotten all the answers. So actually having to think about all this. It's pretty good, actually. And there we go. All is good. Sweet. Alright, let's move on. And now into something also kind of interesting and a little bit experimental, I'd say. Maybe. Kind of. Sort of? This is click drag type. Click drag type 3, but you're not missing much because the first two games are here and here, respectively. Basically, it's a whole little collection of puzzles in which you, well, as the name suggests, click, drag, and what's that? Type. By hovering across here, we see that we can actually start putting indents in it, start making an actual key out of it. This game is also deadly silent. I might do something about that in post. Yeah, here we go. So we got a whole bunch of squares here as well, and on the side we actually have these sliders. And these are going to reveal these numbers for the code we are going to type in there. See? Clicking, dragging, and typing. Who would have guessed? 1. Booyah. Next. What? Guys. One at a time, please. Fuck's sake. Okay, so now that I actually think I can explain things properly now, so by undoing the padlock we can move these around, which is the volume control, and we can direct to which, we'll say channel, with the dial. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 8 minus 6 is 2. Turn you off.
12 minus 10 plus 1. 12 minus 10 plus 1.
12 minus 10 plus 1 is 3.
24 plus 4. 20 minus 24 plus 4.
That's 0. That one's annoying. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of... So we got Y is in here. And phone. Which isn't really doing much for us. But these nodes over here change color. We drag them up and down. Which is, the Y's we need to connect. Orange to green. Maroon-ish. Oh, hello.
6 1 9 8 7 0 3 1 6 1 9 8 7 0.
Alright, I've had enough of the silence, so moving on. Oh, got an achievement just for looking at the Armor Games logo. And the menu. Yes, achievement unlocked! And unlike the other puzzle games, this one is a puzzle platformer. In which we have a fuckload of basic ass achievements to try and, well, achieve. And, yeah. I mean, look at all the stuff that... all of this, like, basic ass shit that I'm doing right here. So many achievements. Guys, all the achievements, you'd love this. I've already gotten 50% of all achievements. Christ, too much Contra. Hey! I just typed in the Contra code, yeah. Sweet! Also, what is it about Kevin MacLeod's music that just never ever gets old? I think I only have... Oh. Get off your seats. Programs credit. Too much free time. So there's only 3 left. Oh, I'm gonna refresh the page and see if there's something on the main menu. Did that just... That might have just reset everything. I think that just reset everything. It did. And with that, we're done! Shit! Well, there's a whole bunch of puzzle games. Games to make you think a little. And, yeah, I mean, some incredibly simple, some kind of interesting, and some, I'm gonna have to play again from the start because I am an idiot. But I can do that whenever. No, maybe. I mean, I only have like a month left unless it's being kept somewhere, but anyway, that's enough of my usual end of video rambling to stretch out time because I don't know. See you guys tomorrow.